everybody to We Can't Think of Title Podcast.
Here we go, folks.
Is this number 11?
I think 11-ish. Yeah, let's go with that. Lucky number 11.
Something.
You know, that would have been nice to have, like, Halloween one on a 13. But that's okay. You know, we'll time it out better next time for you folks.
We'll start all over and plan ahead, is what you're saying?
And do 2 more episodes real quick before the next one comes out.
Huh?
Real quick.
Well, I guess with the quickies, if you counted those, then
there you go.
it'd be like
be close.
More numbers than
like
this one.
Friday the 12th. Yeah. It's kind of scary. Not quite as scary.
I don't know.
Well,
if you know what the 13th is all about. But if it's the first, like if it's any of the 12ths that came before the scary Friday the 13th, then everybody be all blissfully unaware.
Well, what came first was like Friday the 13th, an unlucky thing before the movies? Must have been.
Oh.
You know?
I'm not sure.
I don't know. We'll have to look that up for the next time. I don't know.
Interesting stuff. People are
I always just like
wondering what we're wondering.
I always just like the main character, Jason, for some reason.
Oh, yeah?
I'm not really sure why, you know? But, you know.
Because he likes hockey?
Yeah, he's big time because he's an excellent goalie.
He's a goalie?
Can't get anything past him. Yeah. That's true, though.
There you go. Just like this Jason.
If pucks were like teenage people's heads and they were being thrown at the net, then he could block them with his machete. Anybody else going along with me on that one? Go on.
I haven't really seen the shows. I was scared of cat growing up.
Well, that wasn't really part of the show.
Okay.
You know.
Some sort of murder death for the young folks?
Yeah, the usual kind of stabbing of the
Halloween
people
hijinks.
and the hacking and the slashing and the blood. And they're running through the woods with your boobies hanging out everywhere. And,
oh, man, every time.
Back in the day. Every time I'm out in the woods with my boobs hanging out.
It's the only reason people watch those movies is the titties.
This masked killer comes out of nowhere.
People still watch them now that there's Pornhub?
You know? Watch scary movies?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. I guess. Maybe.
I guess they just...
I wasn't really watching just for the tits.
They don't have to rewind them anymore, that's for sure.
Yeah, that's exactly. Pause it. Have the little
rewind
pause lines across the TV.
Pause.
Yeah, it pauses a little bit more so you can get rid of the pause lines.
Yeah, don't even have to rewind at all now.
I don't know. I like the old machete kind of wielding things. I'm not a huge fan, but, you know, scary movies.
You watched lots of scary movies growing up, though, didn't you?
Yeah, I would say. I was never
Your
really...
family was into it?
No, not really. Mainly because they had tits and lots of swearing and stuff too. And
your family?
You know.
I thought you had mostly brothers.
Oh, still lots of tits and swearing.
So much.
All over the place. You know, machetes. There were some machetes.
Yeah,
but that's just
my mom's favorite machete.
It's a lucky machete.
Lucky machete.
Is it favorite or lucky on Nacho
I think
Libre?
it's lucky.
Is it lucky?
I used to say favorite just because.
They probably tried all kinds of different takes.
It's probably the outtakes that I'm remembering.
Definitely.
That's got to be because I like the deep cut of Nacho Libre.
I just want some nachos now. Deep cut nachos.
Yeah.
Is that a thing? Like deep dish nachos? Like deep dish pizza?
Probably.
But
you just have to be careful at how wet your cheese is.
Ooh, that's good.
How wet is your cheese?
In nachos and life.
Yeah, you just don't want wet cheese unless you're having feta.
Nobody likes a wet cheese.
Well, some people probably do.
Yeah. Even with feta. Like once it's on your salad or
you just get it out of that brine.
You know, although Greek salad's pretty nice and wet. Moist.
That's olive oil.
Everybody loves that word. Moist. You know?
Moisture.
Speaking of moist, I got this Bolski right here.
What?
I know. It was a tough segue there.
That was a cut. Smooth segue.
Smooth operator.
Jason's got a smooth segue. Tell us about your weed.
Operator.
Tell us about that weed you got there, Jason. I thought you were going to talk about the rain that we had, because we haven't had rain in like 6 months. But you're talking about weed?
Blame it on the rain?
Blame it on the rain, yeah. Blame it on the stars that shine at night. Whatever you do, don't put the blame on you. Blame it on the rain. Don't take any responsibility for your life. Just fucking blame that rain. The rain did it. The rain spent your lunch money. Took that $5 out of your purse, Mom. Wasn't me, it was the rain. Thanks, Milli Vanilli.
Rain made me sleep in and be late for work. Stupid
Blame it
fucking
on the
rain.
Yeah, yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
I want to do everything just, oh shit, I'm late on my mortgage payment.
Blame it on the rain, because the rain don't mind. And the rain don't care.
Is that
You've
the
got
lyrics?
to blame it on the rain. Yeah, yeah. Fuck yeah, I had that tape.
That's great. Fuck yeah, I had that tape.
Yeah.
Podcast.
See, that came in handy finally. Because you guys you're here for that.
Everybody's dancing. They're up there dancing now.
Like, shit, that song was tight.
You're like Milli Vanilli.
Too bad they were lip syncing it. I wasn't.
Gingy Vanilli.
I wasn't.
You weren't.
I was singing it all raw dogging right for you.
Fully exposed.
Speaking of fully
Raw
exposed, Jason No Top Thompson over
Speaking
here.
of raw dogging.
He's just going to smoke this weed with no top on.
Oops. Rubbing my chest here a little bit there. No big
Yeah,
deal.
you guys could hear that probably. Oh, Lord have mercy. It's not even that furry. It's just,
No.
he's just flat handing on it.
I'm an
So it
excellent
sounds
rubber.
like Burt Reynolds circa 1970. Just sounds of a shag rug.
That's all you need.
Yeah, not a shagged rug. Those
No.
ones are sticky.
Yeah. Oh, you just throw those away. Boil them at least.
Ugh.
Your shagged rug. Shagged on. Ugh. No vacuum in the world gets that clean.
Like, why do you have that green tuft of... I don't even know what that is.
You just
From the carpet.
that's where you just put another chair.
Yeah.
Or like a potted plant. Just put it right on the old.
Yep.
Yeah.
Or just a nice fire. Start over.
That's the way to get rid of your carpet is just burn it.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Yeah, once that's happened on there.
Nothing smells better than a good carpet burning.
Oh.
Not like that.
That's why there's some slow learners
Like
these
without
days.
friction,
It's all
kinda.
the burnt carpet
Yeah.
wafting down the street.
Oh.
Poor kids. What you got in your pipe there, Jason?
Speaking of Bolskis,
Speaking of what you got in your pipe.
last week we did the hybrid double trouble. What do we call it? Double hybrid
The Timmy's.
action. The Timmy's hybrid.
Timmy with an IE.
So this is just straight up homegrown HG. I like to call it
BG's, JT.
HG1,
What? Oh, okay.
HGH. I don't know.
Do you need a
That
special
thing?
cable for it, or
Special K?
because it's like what?
What?
Yuck.
No. Special cable.
Yeah.
Oh.
Because it's the HG1 cable or something.
They got like HD,
Yeah.
HDMI.
Yeah. I don't know. Womp womp.
Well, they can't all be winners, folks.
Yeah, I was, learning about
Not all wives.
plants and
Can
stuff. Not
Nothing. I mean,
not
all
computers.
jokes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, it's a little of the old homegrown, and I think technically it's a pine warp, and it's pretty tasty for being the old homegrown.
Grown here, fresh.
That was a pretty big yawn. That was like,
Don't tell everybody.
it's like,
I got a lot of fresh air at the end of the day. I started the day with a bit of a
it was super animated.
mean headache, and then felt a little better and went and played ponies and got lots of fresh air. And then I came home and tried to make chocolate clusters because a friend of ours gave us a meat pie, and I was like, well, you don't give back the dish empty, right? That's bad manners. So the last 3 or 4 days I've been like, I better pick up ingredients and make some chocolate clusters. It's going to be great. And then I put too much butter in, and so they're just like little delicious poops on a thing, but they're not the kind of thing you can like give to somebody as a gift because they're just like really squidgy.
We'll make some more.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll help you out.
I had a bit of a womp womp. So, it's been a long day. But I'm back and I'm here, and, not to whine, but that's why I guess I need to explain my yawn.
Because you've been
So
working
fresh air.
hard all day doing stuff.
Not really.
That's what, not really. Playing with horses.
This is, yeah. I just
That
played
counts.
with the ponies for a little
That
bit.
counts work.
They got their first huge big rain in like 7 months or whatever. It hasn't really been raining at all. They were all pretty saturated, but they looked happy. They were out grazing, all kind of hanging out together in a herd, which was nice. Yeah.
Grey's Anatomy out there? Or?
Just on grass.
Oh. Not Grey's Anatomy?
No.
So large
They
intestines out
licked
there.
my hand a little bit, but I was shut that down. I was like, no, I'm not for dinner.
So that'd be a scary Halloween movie if you could combine like
The horse just
horses
eats you.
eating people or something.
They tried to do the horse eating
Zombie.
on that
Zombie horses.
the Grimms when they did the remade
The Brothers Grimm?
Yeah, the horse winds up having to eat them and then turns into like a big gelatinous horse belly, and then there's the
Right. It was like a whole magic thing though, right?
I think the
Sort of
gingerbread
deal to it.
man comes out of the well. It's messed
okay.
up.
Yeah,
That was the
pretty screwed
least favorite part of the show.
It was a pretty huge flop, that one, I think. But I didn't mind
Yeah.
it. You know.
Yeah, anyways, that's the only horses eating people. But I did see an article the other day about that horses have been known to, like, eat a mouse or a bird.
I could see that.
Like, just straight up, just eat it. Or, like, I don't know about a small dog or whatever, but, like, yeah, people have said that, oh, this horse was, like, eating its dinner, and a mouse ran along over by its dinner, and it just fucking chomped it and ate it down.
Oh, that'd be crazy to see. Hey?
Yeah, apparently. Well, I was reading up that there was supposedly these horses that are like bloodthirsty and only eat meat and stuff, but apparently they did some research and figured out that wasn't really true, and but there is a place in, I want to say like Iceland or something like that, where the horses there in the wintertime wind up eating like salted fish. Like the same as the
okay.
people, because
Yeah,
there's
yeah.
just nothing to graze on. It's like full on winter, so there's just and there's no hay to grow. Like it's just all rocky and barren, and the horses survive on like little shrubbery and like mosses and stuff.
That's crazy.
Yeah, they're hardy little
They give them little
critters.
fish for protein and salts, probably too.
Yeah,
I guess
I
electrolytes
guess.
and stuff. I guess.
I don't
Right?
know. But yeah, I don't think it's a common practice now. But
That's cool.
Back in the day, I guess that's where that whole, vampiric kind of horses came from. That they had to feed them animals or whatever. But it was like some king had horses that they said that this king had horses that only ate meat.
Crazy.
But it was bullshit. They figured it all out. They figured the stallion maybe possibly ate some meat,
Yeah.
And then in the comment section on the horsey page, people were like, "Oh yeah, my horse will eat my hamburger if I'm like at a horse show and my hamburger's on the thing and I turn and like yeah, boom, it's gone."
Yeah. Hey.
So yeah,
I was gonna say I could see that king, it being like a whole like, oh, I feed my horses raw steak and fresh ox blood and to really give them virility.
Yeah,
and
it was a stallion,
whole
so
thing,
I think
right?
it was a whole
Yeah.
like this, and it was supposedly the
Probably
most.
secretly killing the horse.
It was like unmanageable and unwielding and all of that, but then they said it had shoes on, so everybody in the comments was like, well, how did they get the shoes on the horse? But then they were like, they sort of just figured that maybe the horse acted up at times.
Right.
That it was all psycho sometimes.
Plus, back in the day, it wasn't exactly the most humane way to hold onto your horse or possibly dope your horse or something.
By giving him meat?
No. To
Like
get the
just
shoes
having
on.
it. Oh, yeah.
Or
Yeah, I
whatever,
don't think
but
they had anything. They maybe bonk them.
Feed him some turkey.
Yeah, just the tryptophan
Exactly.
makes them sleepy. We put the shoes on, and then right before we take them out and to intimidate the marauders, then we give them some beef or bear.
And why the mashed potatoes, sir?
Yeah, he just likes those.
Yeah, he's just a fan.
Who doesn't? Carbs,
Cranberries in
Because he's
there.
going to have to do this all day. That's why he's having the fucking mashed potatoes. You haven't heard of carbohydrate before?
If I'm making a turkey, I'm going to make a whole Thanksgiving dinner.
Yeah.
Kind of deal, right?
Where else are you putting the gravy?
Just straight down the old horse gullet.
Yeah, it's like your first horse. Anyways.
Horses. I'm going to take a hoot.
Yeah, you should try that stuff out, see what you think. I haven't tested out to see if William our new horsey friend, if he'll eat meat or not. I'd try not to give the animals meat. Well, except for the cat. The cat's into meat.
Cut that. Hold on.
All right, just check.
Technical difficulties. Please stand by.
Time elapses. Marijuana Inc. Commence. Tok.
So, what's your favorite scary movie? Not necessarily a Halloween movie, but like just, you know.
I think,
Or do you have a favorite?
I think my favorite's 13 Ghosts. Not because it's the bestly done or anything, but I have the most fondest relationship with that movie, you know. I didn't really have cable or anything and didn't really go rent movies very much and was not into being scared and by myself, so I didn't really watch scary movies for a long time, but 13 Ghosts, I've felt pretty safe since watching that in that part of my life. And
yeah, hey?
Yeah.
That's a fun one. I like that one, too. I liked all the different characters. And
the characters are scary, but it's cool to watch the special effects or the stuff at the end. You know, they have all the special feature stuff.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and you can, sorry about that. You can watch, and they have, like, the write-up of each one of the ghosts, and, like, you know, like, what it's all about, who it was, blah, 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 blah.
Right, the jackhammer guy, or whatever he's called.
Yeah.
Sledgehammer guy.
Yeah, there was, actually on one of the Halloween pages I'm on Facebook, they have people posting up their costumes and stuff, and a group got together and they took all dressed up as the 13 Ghosts.
Oh, wicked! Yeah,
and then they did like a photo shoot with them behind the crazy etched glass, and hey, what isn't that glass here?
Yeah, so that's, I was going to say, as soon as that popped into my brain there.
Yeah, the super weird, not weird, is the remote island we live on. Somebody here has the glass from...
Yeah, as like his shop.
Etching. Yeah.
It's the glass surrounding his welding shop and stuff.
Yeah, the one workshop with the incantations all etched on it from 13 Ghosts. That glass, because the whole house was glass.
Yeah. I want to go back there and talk to that guy, because I was there once for work and stuff. And so I didn't even really clue in. I didn't think to look at it. I just sort of walked by and like, oh, that's a cool shop.
Well, and so is it just, it's like etched in, but then like, I think that it lights up in kind of gold in the movie or something so that you can see it.
Yeah.
So that you can see the incantations on when you have the glasses on. So maybe it's just etched in there, or
I don't even know if it was actually etched.
Maybe it was just painted on there or something. Anyway,
could be, because then they could still use the glass for something else after.
Yeah.
Just thinking production value wise.
Yeah.
You know, but whatever looked the best too, I guess, in the light. Yeah, I want to go over and check that out. But you know, 13 Ghosts. That was a good one. Mm-hmm. The Matthew Lillard. It was sort of like end of the Matthew Lillard era. You know, the guy at the beginning. He always has the big whitey voice sometimes, but he's really tall. And
he was on Scooby-Doo and stuff
psychic.
too.
Yeah. And Scream, all those ones.
Yeah.
He was sort of the only character I was like, okay, enough of him. And it's not that I'm a Matthew Lillard hater. I like him in some other things and stuff, but not so much on that. You know.
Yeah, can't like them all.
No? Mm-hmm. Maybe. And it was all 3D, too. That was the thing, right?
I think so.
Because you put on the glasses when they put on their glasses, and it turns it all 3D.
Yeah, because the boobs. That's what the girl with all the slashes all over her.
Right, the princess or the beauty pageant winner or whatever she is.
Yeah, I think they call it the princess.
Is that what it is? Yeah.
Pretty sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good one. I like to watch that one while I'm carving pumpkins.
Pumpkins?
Yeah, we don't live in town anymore, so I haven't been carving pumpkins. I got a whole bunch of pumpkins last year, but didn't actually wind up carving them. I wound up giving away to friends and stuff to make pumpkin pies. Then beef up the compost. And I actually had a bunch of rando pumpkins pop up in the garden, but none of them actually produced fruit or anything. But
yeah. Got squash. Does that count?
Yeah, I planted those on purpose, though.
Do some squash lanterns? Is that a thing? Is that a thing out there?
Probably, but I'd rather eat it. There's only a couple of the squash left.
Start something new. Squash lanterns.
Yeah, I saw some at Burfa's at the store. They had some.
Should we just smash them like we did before?
Our pumpkins?
Yeah.
Yeah, we did that the one
Do a
time.
little smash therapy. That'd be a little Easter egg for people. Check out the YouTube.
Yeah.
SlicedBread YouTube, and there's a shot of us. I think it's on there.
Yeah, we're out in the horse field. We took some golf clubs to some really big. We got these like big juicy pumpkins from Seaford's, this farm market out by the airport on the main island, and so I think we spent like $30 or whatever on these pumpkins because they were like by the pound, and we weren't really thinking about that. We were just like, wow, look at these pumpkins, thinking they're like a flat rate of like, what's it going to be, like $10 a pumpkin or something? No, it was like a lot.
Yeah, and you could go and pick your own.
Yeah,
that was the thing.
Yeah,
right?
we
So
were
just
out
went
in the patch, out finding big, crazy looking pumpkins. And then we bought them early, and then came home, and then that was when we had to go back. We had to fly back to see your mom.
Good times.
Yeah, she was just before she was passing away. So then when we came back, we had some, sadness and stuff to, get out of us. So we.
A little bit of anger, maybe.
Yeah.
A lot of anger.
Yeah, we took, fuck you, cancer. So I went down with some baseball bat and a golf club and just like our boots, and then just kicked the shit out of these pumpkins. And we'd heard online that horses will eat the pumpkin shrapnel. I know like chickens and stuff will, but these horses wanted nothing to do with it. So they just like kind of rotted in the field, and I felt bad every time I was like, oh, come on. And then I heard the geese would eat it, but I guess the geese were like, yeah, that's not my favorite pumpkin. And nobody ate it, so eventually I kind of had to like scoop them up because I felt like an asshole for getting pumpkin all over their field, but
just smashing the hell out of it out there.
We had to hit it so hard, I was scared the golf club was going to break. These were hardy fucking pumpkins.
The first wallop really surprised me. I thought, I'm going to bust the thing. At least give it a good crack, And it just tonk. Yeah. It took it all like nothing. I was like, holy shit, okay, this will take a bit.
We're going to have to really do some stretches or something. Yeah,
it's kind of thing you like try to hit it with a golf club. You better just catch the right angle. You're just, ow, my arms.
Yeah, it just reverberated back up into your elbows and made you like,
Smash therapy, though, it works. I think it definitely feels good. After it feels.
If you wear your protection,
released,
put a condom on.
I guess a little bit. Yeah,
for full release,
full completion.
Yeah,
right?
Jesus.
That's like last week. I was talking about the monitor thing, smashing up the monitor. I was pissed off and put a pickaxe through your monitor. That's always a good way to go.
Well, if it's busted ass anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, don't go do it to your good working one.
No. That's the whole point of having, crap lying around. Just to break it up and bash it and smash it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, okay.
That's all. That's the whole reason why I have junk laying around.
Light just went on for me. Okay. Good deal. You're not talking about me, are you?
No. Oh, no.
Okay.
No, you're new junk.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yay!
You're lovely junk.
Phew.
Yay. That's all part of the smash therapy. I love it's my thing.
Yeah?
I think so. Like meditation, right? You like sort of let feelings come and go, right? You feel it. You allow yourself to feel it.
You're
and then
I feel
let it go.
pissed
You don't
off
have
about
to hold on to that. And
cancer.
Exactly. Or the dishes piling up.
Oh shit!
Or this water bottle isn't full enough. I don't know, I'm trying to think of examples, but it's not very super dramatic.
All great reasons to smash something.
Hey, you never know what somebody's reasons are.
My dishes are piling up. I gotta smash things.
Yeah, doesn't matter what your reasons
Seems
are.
like you could probably just do the dishes with that energy, and and it'd feel better. But you don't want to get dishpan hands.
That's way too much work.
Yeah.
I'd rather smash them and then do the work of cleaning that up.
Put on those big gloves to protect your hands so you don't get all wrinkly.
Yeah, that's what I'm worried about.
Yeah.
Keeping my soft, tight skin all over my body.
All over. I think you just wash the dishes with your hands. I don't think you put your whole body in there. I mean, maybe I'm doing it wrong.
I get it everywhere.
The bird is ringing the bell. He's like, okay, this topic's crazy.
Ring that bell.
So did you tell us what your favorite Halloween or scary movies are?
Oh, no, I don't think we did. I I don't. I have a hard time picking favorites of anything, as you kind of know.
What are
but
ones that you like?
I
can tell you what I like. Keep yammering.
Well, I guess I can, just hear from now. What was the one we watched the other day? Stir of Echoes. I like that one.
Yeah, Stir of Echoes is good.
Yeah,
it's
that's
spooky.
a really good one. Kevin Bacon.
Mr. Bacon?
Kevin Bacon. I could tell you a movie that really scared the shit out of me in real life.
Oh, yeah?
Kind of deal. And I don't really get scared by movies like that. Like if I watch a Halloween or a scary movie, I'm like more psyched by oh my God, he got 3 people with 1 machete slice, or like a crazy, funny, unique way to kill somebody. But then I don't really like the overly campy, so I don't know where I lie with all that shit.
Okay, somewhere in the middle.
But yeah, none of them really. You get the odd jump scare, so I'm like, ooh, but that never really happens because I always see them coming usually anyway. But one that really, it was like, I don't know, I was definitely an adult, like 22, 23, so a young adult still, but we watched this movie, and it was my buddy Mike, and he came up with it, and I think we ended up having to rent it even, or something, or he had it, and it was called The Fear. And there's every time I tell somebody about, have you ever seen that movie? Everybody always says the Marky Mark movie it's called Fear. And it's the one, do you remember that one?
The Fear. No, I probably wouldn't have seen it because I was, chicken shit.
You didn't like Marky Mark?
I liked Marky Mark.
Oh, okay.
But, yeah.
That was actually a really kick-ass movie now that I think about it, too. I should watch it again and see if it's still as good.
Maybe.
The Marky Mark one's the one where, like, he's sort of half a psycho, and he's, like, likes the girl, and then the dad picks the girl up from school and sees her hanging out with Marky Mark, and he doesn't like him, and that's the scene where he, like, thumps his chest because the dad, like, pokes him in the chest. He's like, you stay away from my daughter kind of deal. Mm-hmm. And so then he drives away, and Marky Mark starts, like, thumping his chest and gives himself a bruise. And then says that, like, the dad physically assaulted him and stuff. And then it starts a whole thing. Right. And then eventually they, like... It ends up being like that movie, The Strangers or whatever. They like sort of surround the house and cut the power off, and they all live in like this sort of remote, super secure house. Of course, the guy's like super rich. Yeah, the dad and the mom and the daughter, and I think a brother or something in there. And it's all Marky Mark and his gang of ruffians coming to the door and fucking shit up. And yeah, it's actually kind of neat.
Sounds heavy, man.
Anyway, that's not the movie I was talking about.
Can I have a toke of your weed?
Oh yeah, of course. Okay. There's a fresh bowl here. Not to go off of that one.
No, I'm excited. But check that shit out.
But the other movie that really scared me was called The Fear. And I don't really remember too much of it. I want to look it up and see if I can get it somewhere. But it was basically just this wooden doll. These guys go to a cabin out in the woods, the usual kind of cabin in the woods thing. And then there's like a wooden doll, but it's not a doll. It's like a life-size sort of replica of a person. But it's wooden. Okay. And it's like, it's still got like a sort of a weird square round body, like a Pinocchio body and stuff, but it's got like a sort of human-like face,
Is it a sex doll? Or?
Well, I mean, you could probably use it as one. It's made of wood. So as long as you kept it lacquered up, you'd probably be okay.
Keep it buffed.
Keep it buffed down. Sand it off every now and then. You'd probably be okay. Get a good wood planer going,
Huh. So this wooden sex doll... What was going on with that?
So, and I don't really remember what happened. I assume it either came to life or something scared the shit out of them or something like that. Yeah.
Okay.
All I remember is that, like, whatever time it was, midnight or later, it was dark, and I had to walk across town, which totally lit up streets and totally fine. I'd walked across the town hundreds and thousands of times, kind of deal. Yeah. No problem there. It scared the shit out of me. I started walking home and thinking, like, I don't know, every shadow was this little wooden doll thing or something. I can't even remember how exactly or why I was scared, but it really scared the shit out of me.
You're going to get a sliver.
And I think I messaged Mike or something back in the day when it was like early texting or something, I think. Mm-hmm. I messaged him and just said, like, that legit scared the shit out of me on my way home. It was crazy. Yeah. So.
Well, and you don't remember really, like, what the doll would do? Like, what was the... you were like, what the fuck?
I'll try to find it, and then maybe we'll do, like, a watch podcast. We could watch it at the same time or something and play it. I know that might be kind of fun.
I'll get my sandpaper ready.
We'll see if people would want to do that, but, I got this other movie called Terrifier 2 that apparently has been making people, like, puke and scream and pass out.
Fire or terrify?
Terrify. You know, yeah,
Okay.
Terrifier.
It will terrify you kind of situation.
Yeah, it's a scary clown kind of thing, and I don't know. Every few years, there's like it made everybody puke in the theater. Like then you watch it, like meh.
I think one person had too much candy and puked, and then and was maybe a wuss, and then everybody else puked because you know how that is. Everybody's seen Stand By Me.
Oh yeah,
the freaking what were they blueberry pie they were eating contest,
right?
Yeah.
And then what makes everybody start puking?
Well, because they give they want
is it shit or something that they put in the blueberry pie for the kid?
No. They want him to get even with everybody and do something for like to punk the whole town or whatever. So he drinks a bottle of like Epicac or something like that that'll make him throw up.
Right.
And then he goes out and he eats like his 5 blueberry pies and they're right in the middle of the contest and then he pukes. And then the next guy next to him pukes, and then everybody pukes, and the judges are puking. It's like the best campfire story in the whole world.
Oh, yeah, because he's telling around the campfire.
Yeah,
right,
they're going out to find the dead body.
Right.
Yeah.
That's great.
Anyways, puking.
Anyway, that's, not necessarily my favorite scary movie, but...
You don't want to puke? Yeah, I'm never looking to puke, so if any of you guys are like, hey, I got this thing, people like to puke...
Oh, that's the word you came up with the other day. Upchuckle.
Yeah.
That was great. Laugh till you puke kind of deal.
God.
Upchuckle.
It's like
Copyright.
Upchuck, but Upchuckle.
Yeah, right here. Copyright.
Yep.
Yeah.
Are you puking so much that you start laughing? Just like, this is ridiculous.
So I was wondering, I was curious about, like, what actually scares people. Like, not necessarily, like, you got your spiders and your snakes and your clowns and the usual and stuff, and what scares you?
Like,
some people are scared of, like, parrots.
On a soul level, or just in the day-to-day, whatever?
Start with the day-to-day, maybe, before we get too deep and heavy and
that's for the
hardcore,
deep stuff
That's what we'll
podcast.
do. Yeah, start a deep cuts kind of thing.
Real deep.
Yeah, real deep. We like to go deep.
Heights. I struggle with heights sometimes. And just knowing that I feel weird with heights. I've been trying to be careful of my language and not say I am scared of heights or whatever. Sometimes I'm trying to soften it a little.
I wonder what's a better.
Sometimes I get a little freaked out when I'm up high.
I have a challenge at heights. Like, I'm trying to think of what's a positive.
I think as long as you soften it,
you
just soften it a little.
Yeah. Hey.
Yeah.
Not like I'm a fucking failure because I'm so scared of heights and I'll never be anything and Mom was right all along. No? Too far?
Well, that might be a different way to go.
That's reaching new heights.
That's, yeah. If you're an egomaniac and you gotta kind of fucking dial them back a bit.
Do you even know me?
Yeah.
I don't like to brag, but I'm really good at it, so. Sorry, I had to throw that in there. So, heights. Yeah.
Heights freak me out. The dark. Not cool with the dark. I think I talked about that before, about feeling claustrophobic. If it's completely dark, then I get scared that there's no air to breathe, which is stupid because, obviously, if there's space around you, there's probably air to breathe. But who knows? Maybe I'm waking up in the vacuum of space or something.
I wonder if it's a past life kind of thing or something. Where you're
definitely
buried, right? Buried alive.
I don't know about buried,
or
but
a cave in.
Just definitely trapped, and then they're just running out of air.
Yeah.
There's just no more air. And I mean, realistically, scientifically, I think you just get tired when there's less air. Anything that I've in the movies when people run out of air, unless it's a sudden thing. Then they just sort of get tired and there's less air and they get sort of sleepy and they fall asleep and then just to death, I guess.
I think usually it's a carbon dioxide buildup because if it's sealed in that well, then the carbon dioxide will build up before and hurt you before you're oxygen depletion kills you, I think is the thing that happens.
It doesn't make you sleepy, though? It makes it, like, really painful?
Yeah, I think so. I think it sort of sucks, like you're really like, but you're choking like you're
Well, thank God for the movies for keeping me calm about that this whole time. Because now that I know that, that's going to be even better. Thanks.
Even worse.
Thanks.
I mean, no, it's just like laying your head down on a soft pillow.
It's like people say that drowning is awesome, but I don't think drowning would be awesome at all.
That's my worst one, I think.
No thanks.
Fuck that.
Nope.
Yeah.
Nope.
Fuck that. Nope. Right out of that one. Yeah, no. That's my biggest one.
That's why I like swimming. I'm a good swimmer.
That's, I think, a big part of why I'm a good swimmer. Is because I really don't want that to happen.
That wouldn't be good.
I could just... I don't know
I guess so. It's like a bit of a fear of dying, but I think it's a self-preservation thing. You know, maybe that's like the heights too. Maybe people with my genes or whatever have fucking gone up to get the top of the tree berries or whatever, and I'll get those apples because I love eating.
Reach for the stars,
and then went all the way to the top and fell out of the tree and. So then the next kids were like, oh, shit, we just watched them die. So you don't do that. And then just generationally.
Hit every pretty stick on the way down.
My cells know, don't do it.
My cells know, don't do it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fair. Your cells know best.
Yep. They're like, hey, we did this before. They say you have, like, cellular memory or whatever, so.
I had that dream about drowning not that long ago. Remember? There was, like, saving a horse. It fell off into the water. I don't know if you remember me telling you.
You probably didn't tell me.
And then, weirdly, I didn't look it up or anything at all. And then it was like 2 days later, I read or heard on some podcast or something, somebody was talking about it. And it's all about, like, if you dream that you're not necessarily drowning, but where you're like, you're trying to grasp for something in the water or you just can't quite get to it kind of deal or whatever, you're really holding on to it. Mm-hmm. Then it's like you feel like you still have more either to prove or to do, or you haven't accomplished what you really want to accomplish yet, and you're striving to
still
do
trying
more,
to get there.
And you really feel like a need to do. I was like, well, that's definitely me. So I had another weird one the other night where it was like I was holding on to. Remember you said I was making weird noises and stuff in my sleep?
Yep.
And I was like holding on to a cliffside with just like the grass and the dirt just kept like giving away, and there was like two people above me.
You hold the rock, not the grass. Crazy.
There's no rocks.
There isn't a good grip.
Yeah, no, and the weird thing is normally almost every single time that's ever happened in a dream, I think every single time, I've always either held on or gotten out of it somehow. But the other night I didn't. I fell.
Oh, yeah?
Like literally the thing started crumbling away from me.
Did you have a parachute?
But I didn't
something?
die. No, it like sort of sloped out and was like a grassy thing, and it hurt a little bit, but I landed all fine. I was all good. And I sort of woke up with a bit of like a, because I've been working on a lot more projects and trying to really get a lot more accomplished towards those certain projects, really focusing on 2 or 3, and I thought, I wonder if maybe that's why. It sort of shows like, you're not gonna,
your feet are underneath you, and that you're going to be okay. It's okay.
It might be
drop.
tough and rough, but So it was kind of neat. I got goosebumps sort of thinking about it. It was kind of neat, just like, a bit of a revelation there. And I don't know. I wasn't planning on talking about that at all. It just sort of.
So you're going rock climbing later?
Maybe grass cliff.
You put that
climbing.
on your resume?
Yeah.
Expert resume.
Expert grass climber in my dreams.
That's what it is.
That counts.
Yeah. Grass climber.
I'm really good at grass anyway.
Speaking of grass.
Growing and smoking. And, more smoking than growing.
Bullzilla.
I don't know.
Crazy dreams?
Yeah, crazy dreams.
Are you just having more dreams or less dreams?
The last few times, they've been more, I don't know, not fluid isn't the word, but I remember more of them.
That's cool.
And
I've heard that if you remember parts of your dreams, that's stuff that you're supposed to, it's supposed to be like like maybe think about that a little bit. You know what I mean? Like if that's something that you remember when you wake up, then that's something that's like potentially pertinent to your day or whatever or something.
One of the things I remember is peeing inside. It was like right beside sort of a doorway.
Yeah,
and
being
like,
drunk?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think I was drunk in the thing, but maybe I was. Yeah, I just remember peeing on the rug, and I think somebody freaking out at me and everything.
Yeah, I would freak out at you.
Yeah, it was
we
probably
just
you.
got that rug.
Yeah.
Might be a $7 Walmart by the door rug, but it's our brand new one.
It's a brand new rug, you know?
Not even been pissed on. We don't even have a dog for pissing rugs anymore.
I haven't even gotten a chance to piss on it yet. Had to hold that in for a while.
I'm okay.
Yeah?
Yeah, rugs.
Rugs.
Rugs. Back in fashion.
You were singing rugs.
You're able to get rugs anywhere in the world. Just like we have wonderful people that tune in to listen from all over the world. Segway, super awesome Segway, wasn't even trying hard, Segway, yeah, I did it, Jason, just go with it, yeah, I did it, check it off the list, yeah.
Rugs.
Bringing it back to rugs.
That'll be the new outro.
No way.
No. No way.
I love the classic one. Yeah, just for all our listener peoples out there, someone had asked if, if it's real. And it's like, yeah, I sang it, man. I didn't even get that off the internet.
That was you singing that song?
Yeah, it was really me.
I'm blown away by that. It was amazing.
Okay.
You're an excellent singer.
Well, I like to song when I'm happy. Song and when I'm happy. Song
Were you going to tell everybody that was actually recorded? That's where I thought you were going with that.
The song is happy. You gave me the look like don't fucking tell them.
Yeah.
So I didn't tell them. But you just did. Jason always.
No, we cut that.
Tell smoking our weed, gonna smoke some of our fucking weed now, gonna smoke it, smoke the fucking weed, smoke the fucking weed.
I want to know, we're going to count and see our singing to talking
Take
ratio.
a toking it up now. Barely even coughed.
Yeah.
Just pretty good homegrown.
Good job. You're amazing.
The weed is gone. Instead of the beat is on.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah, I think that's pretty good. I think I did a good job on that song.
That was pretty amazing.
Thank you.
Yes, congrats.
And I do want to watch Beverly Hills Cop for some weird reason.
Well, yeah, because
the heat song.
The heat is on. That's what it is.
Yeah, that's the song. I was blatantly ripping off.
I just assumed it was somebody complaining about the thermostat. The heat is on.
That was like,
the bills are high.
How
Turn
high
that
are
shit
they?
down.
Yeah.
But maybe not.
They're not Willie Nelson hiding in a bush with a cake on his birthday high.
Whoa.
Did you ever see that meme?
No, that was really fast.
Yeah, I might be high, but I'm not. No, it wasn't. It was Johnny Cash in a bush with his birthday cake high.
Oh, because it's a real picture or something.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah. Johnny Cash is like crouched down in like a bush. It's like a weeping willow kind of covering him, and he's got his birthday cake full, like just a small cake, but his hand right in there, like eating
That's
it.
awesome.
It's deadly.
I always said that. I love that. That like country's just as hardcore as I'm not a country music like I like Johnny Cash, but
Enthusiast.
like as far as drugs and violence and hardcoreness compared to like rock and roll and all the hardcore stories of that kind of shit, like the country guys are just fucking brutal.
Yeah.
I read like a Merle Haggard autobiography and what's the other one? Waylon Jennings autobiography. They're both just fucking brutal, man. Like
People have seen some shit.
Yeah, it was hardcore, and because they're old school country boys too, so they love their guns and their trucks and their everything else, along with
They're ladies
pills
and their
and
drugs.
ladies and exactly, yeah, and their hooch and stuff. Like it's crazy.
Yeah, they're not just singing songs, and making movies.
Well, that too. That comes along after it. One has to pay for the other.
That's true.
You make the movies to get the drugs, and the drugs help you to make the movies.
Write your songs.
And write your songs. I think that's how it works.
They keep you peppy so you can get through the, all your performances.
Right. Kids, just, don't do that at home. Yeah. Kids don't try this at home.
Yeah, no. We learned from that generation.
Yeah,
you don't even have to.
Talk to your parents about
what were you
drugs.
going to say? Get your GED? I was like, where's he going with this?
I was going to say, get your drugs from your parents.
No,
but I decided that might not be the best either.
Well, I mean, some kids, it's probably the safest place to get them.
I think that's their whole... Remember that whole thing?
Yeah.
I don't know if that's still a thing where kids are like, well, I'd rather them do it at least here.
I'd rather they smoke their first doobie here.
Yeah, so it's just awesome and fun. Like,
well,
yay.
I don't know.
Mom and Dad.
Safe place if they're of age.
I was never a fan of that.
Getting high around your mom.
Well, I don't mind now that I'm
Mom let us
an
have
adult.
like a couple coolers or a glass of wine or something when we were like in our later teens.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Once or twice. When
she was feeling really hardcore.
Mom never really felt hardcore, I don't think.
Oh, no?
No.
They're not hardcore.
Maybe hardcore pressure to be a good mom.
Hardcore. Was that?
Maybe hardcore pressure to be a good mom and
that's a
provide for the family and stuff.
Yeah, if you're going to be hardcore, that's pretty good.
And have great horses.
Yay!
Yeah. I feel like Will's a nice horse. I feel like we're matching up pretty good.
Yeah, he's pretty...
It's been like, a week and a half or whatever, and we spend lots of moments looking deep into each other's eyes now. And I can walk out into the field and catch him or not, or just stand around with him and give him butt scratches or neck scratches.
So, and for those of you that don't know, this is a horse that she got.
Yeah,
it's not like a new human toy or something that she just plays with and butt scratches and
he's
stuff.
He's my black boyfriend on the side.
Yeah, exactly. That's what we call him.
Yeah, because he's black.
Yeah, he's got a big old dick.
Yeah, his dad's a Hanoverian, so I don't know if any of you guys know about horses out there, but Hanoverians are big. You look them up, and his mom was a Connemara, so that's actually like a really good all-round, like super sturdy, taller pony. Yeah.
All right. So
they're both fucking gorgeous.
Hantavirus chameleon.
So he kind of sometimes has like a pony vibe going, and sometimes he has like a really big horse vibe going.
Okay, what's a pony vibe? Just a small horse versus big horse kind of attitude.
Look up Felwell pony. And he's kind of like round and chunky, kind of thick little dude.
Is that the comic cartoon kind of thing? Okay,
yeah. The little kids riding jumping over stuff. Yeah, I feel like he's kind of a little bit that, like if you catch him from the right angle, because he was a little bit chubby when he came. And, but yeah, he's been running around in the field with the other horses, and they spooked at some deer when I was out there with them. And it was awesome because he came right, like, up to me, like he took a couple steps to me because I turned and like faced the area that they spooked from and was like, "Oh, you guys, that you got spooked," and acknowledged that the horses got spooked, and it was really neat because he tried to like join up with me and came and touched his nose onto my hand within like I don't
checking
know,
in.
Yeah, he like checked in with me like, "Hey, this is kind of scary," and then grazed by my foot, and then like slowly moved a little further away, like still alert. But,
I wonder, was it maybe protecting you, maybe? Is it a bit of that?
He does protect...
Or just like a...
He does keep the other horses away from me because he's like, "No, she's mine." A little bit. No. Like if we're walking up the field together. So I try to like really savor the moments when I can see them all out there together and they don't know I'm there yet. Because they were all standing side by side, like close enough they could be touching each other. But when I'm there, they're good. They all come over and say hi and interact and stuff. But it's not the same. He definitely will like pin his ears at the other horses if they come over. And we're hanging out. Even if he's just grazing, he'll be like, "No." And he won't be like super aggressive to get in between us or anything.
Just a little possessive. That's okay, I guess.
He's finding his place in the little horsey family there in the dynamic. It's wonderful. Yeah, I don't know. Sorry, went on about my new horsey friend.
That's good.
Yeah,
that's fun. Nice to be excited about stuff. And You know, new
good
sort
friend.
of passion thing. And,
Yeah, you never know, right? You can be like, "Oh, that one's pretty. Let's try it out." And you know, I've had horses that never really wound up with a deep connection with, and this guy, he'll stand with his like forehead at my chest, just like, and he wants to do that. Like he comes over and just like, you know, we'll be standing together, and he just. Yeah, just like matches up with me. I was like, okay. But I do match steps with him and walk around in the field and give him lots of scratches and scratch. And if they get a little bug bite the next day, it's itchy. So you go give him itches and he stretches his nose out all long. And yeah, makes funny faces. So,
yeah. Kind of like me. A little bit.
Yeah, I don't know. You
I
don't
like butt
really get me
scratches.
to scratch your bug bites. You don't really get bug bites, though.
Tuchus.
You stay safe from bugs.
Yeah, they tend to stay away from me, you know, or...
You're not living on the farm?
Yeah.
Down by the lake?
They don't bother with my bud. They're like, oh, shit.
Yeah.
I'm not going to bother with that.
Yeah.
You know. You never know what you're going to catch. Oh.
Oh.
I don't know why I went there.
Yeah, we use bug spray, but,
Yeah.
you know.
What I'm curious
can
what the
happen.
people out there are excited about, passionate about,
Yeah.
and stuff, you know. Oh, rubbing my chest hair again.
Jason's passionate
That's gotta
about
be,
chest hairs.
you know,
He doesn't have
gotta
a
mean
top to come
Can't
down.
flip my top up.
Oh, he's
so.
playing with his nips, you guys. Uh-oh.
Doing my going in the string dance,
well.
but with my nips.
Jason, did you want to take us out then?
Well, sure, you guys.
Yeah.
Take you out to the ball game.
I don't.
Take me out to the crowd. Is that what you meant? No.
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 You wanted to do like a little
I
talk
wanted
about
to,
some of the people that.
Yeah. Basically say thank you to everybody out there for listening and following and stuff. We've been getting, you know, really good feedback and everything since, and podcasts are growing each time, and our audience seems to be growing a little bit each time, and it's awesome. And we're expanding out into all kinds of other spots in the world and the universe, I assume, somewhere.
People are tuning
You know?
in. Yeah, well, we don't have any figures for who's tuning in for off Earth so far.
Aliens are tuning in.
Yeah, they could be.
Oh, that was my
Shout
other.
out to everybody, including aliens. We don't want to exclude anybody.
That was my other
But
scary
maybe
show
that's
idea.
excluding them by calling them aliens.
Oh,
Just everybody.
shit.
Just thanks,
Yeah,
everybody.
I mean, illegal.
Yeah, I'm
illegal.
glad you're here.
No, I looked up
Friendship
on
and stuff.
Spotify, and I don't. They don't really have the stats on Apple so far that I could find.
Do people want to know about stats?
I don't know. Do you people? Maybe. It's not so much stats, but just people that are listening around the world.
Oh,
We got listeners in like New York and Portland.
oh, it tells you that?
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it's pretty sweet. Yeah.
Hi, New York. Hi,
Yeah.
Portland.
Hi, Portland. There's definitely a regular listener in Portland. Whoever's in Portland, look us up and let us know
Hello.
who you are out there. That'd be great. New Zealand. We know of one person in New Zealand, but there was at least 2 or 3 others
Oh,
that
my
listened from what I could
goodness.
tell.
Hello, New
San
Zealand.
Antonio, Texas.
Hello,
I think we know
Texas.
who's in there too, maybe. Yeah, and Pennsylvania.
Special flowers to
And
Texas.
then I didn't do the math.
And the bird says hello.
I think New Zealand's actually further away, or England maybe, but I'll have to do the math. But there was
There's England, too?
somebody in Palermo, Italy. Yeah, England and
Wow.
Italy.
Hello, England. Hello,
Yeah.
Italy.
I looked up a few of the spots, and they all look really beautiful.
Did you really?
Yeah, I did.
That's
Yeah, I
amazing.
went through and sort of just checked out a little bit of, Portland and Pennsylvania and stuff, you know, but I sort of looked at other kind of things, and it was kind of fun.
That's
just
super
to
cool.
go around and what are those people doing, and what do they go to, and
How
I went to
awesome.
like
We get to
normal
hang
stuff.
out.
You
We
know?
get to hang
Yeah.
out with you guys, and it's we didn't even have to travel. I didn't have to get car sick.
It'd be cool. Oh, that's great. Good job.
We get to hang out, and I don't even have to barf.
Aw.
Speaking of barf, I'm bringing
That's
it back
handy.
to barfing. Sorry, Jason, you were
That's
talking about
okay.
other towns and stuff.
I want to know like where people go and this is my weird thing because I like the everyday
You
people.
weirdo.
I know, right? Like, I wanted to be an archaeologist at one time, but I wanted to be what was called an everyday archaeologist, where I wanted to see what do they do with the everyday person. I don't care about the kings and the queens and stuff because fuck them, they do whatever they want. You know, what are the everyday
That's
people
all well
doing?
documented.
You know, how do they work and how do they play and that kind of stuff. You
Yeah.
know, so that's why I was curious with all the people here.
Yeah.
Like people, there's
Maybe
Serta
there's
and
kings and
Palermo and
queens.
England and New Zealand. Where do you go? Where do you eat? You know, and where do you hang out? And
Yeah.
I want to look it up.
What
and
are
then
your scary movies?
Google Earth it and stuff. You know. Yeah.
Recommend
What are your
some.
scary movies exactly?
What are you scared of?
You know, is there English scary movies that we've never even heard about? New Zealand ones?
I know I like British TV.
What was that?
What we do,
British TV. Yeah,
what
I was
we
going
do
to
in
say
the shadows
Australian.
is like, oh.
That's I was going to say the Australian scary movie that we really like, The Loved Ones.
Oh my God,
We
The Loved
could almost do a whole
Ones
episode
is
on The Loved
deadly.
Ones.
It's so good, you guys. If you can find it,
That's
get
such
it.
a fucking
it
awesome
came out
movie.
in Walmart. We saw it at a film festival, and we went on the black carpet and went and checked it out. And it was, yeah.
It's great.
It's good.
Yeah.
It's really, really good.
I don't even want to give it away too much.
The girl who does it, who's one of the main characters, she goes on to be in
Hell on Wheels.
Hell on Wheels, which I was just thinking about this morning.
Oh,
I was
crazy.
like, oh, I love that show. I wonder if we could be able to rewatch that. But yeah, anyways,
That's wicked.
check that one out.
Yay. It popped in my head when we were talking about aliens before, and I want to get it out because I thought of it earlier, and I don't know, this might end up being a really long podcast now, but we can cut that. We can cut all that boring crap out that we did earlier, you know.
Tell me more. Tell me more.
So the other, remember I said the one show that really scared me was the one about the wooden doll.
Yep.
So the other show that as an adult really, really scared me was... It was late at night. I came home from work or something, whatever I was doing, and I was like, again, mid-20s, maybe even late 20s. Came home, staying in the parents' basement, as you know, as per people do, you know, and clicked on a TV show, got, you know, my craft dinner or whatever was all ready to go for me.
Your bachelor chow?
Yeah, exactly.
Cracked open a can of bachelor chow?
Splotched out my can of bachelor chow because it makes that,
Yeah.
noise, yeah.
Because who cares about cooking?
And then clicking around the channels, and I still remember Rochester, New York. It was like W24, something like that. And I clicked on, and it literally just jumped into this alien contact show where it was like, it jumped right into this house, family in this house.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh shit. And it jumps you right into like the lights flickering. And that's when I clicked it on anyway. And like, shit's happening, the microwave's exploding, and you're like, holy shit. And I remember back in the day, this is very good special effects, especially for being at like 3 a.m. on some Rochester, New York channel.
It should be like cable TV. It should be diaper time.
Yeah, it was very good. Diaper time. Yeah, super public access. What's the time?
It's diaper time.
And so I'm trying to rattle through it quick because, you know, whatever, but there ended up being like glowing orbs coming through the house. And again, the whole time I'm like, this is very well done. And so then they go outside the house and they look, and the truck itself is sort of like half melted, the guy's truck. And he's like, holy shit, like all the tires are kind of melted into the ground, and the asphalt driveway is sort of molded together into the tires and
like
stuff.
Heat
and
damage.
Yeah. Okay. And he's like, oh, what the hell? Okay. So then he looks up, and there's an alien like quite a ways away, like 30 feet, like a little grayish, whitish alien. And it literally like looks up and then points this thing, and it's just like it looked like a flashlight, but it was just a long laser, and it just like, and it looked like a lightsaber kind of thing, and it scorched the ground the whole way, and like took off a chunk of the truck, and he was like, whoa, and jumped out of the way, and it like caught a piece of the eaves trough and stuff. So he runs back in, and I'm like, okay, I'm into this now. Like, holy shit! All right, let's do this.
This is a crazy show.
Yeah, like what the hell? What the hell is this? No commercials. The whole time. I watched it for at least, I'm going to say 25, 30 minutes. No commercials the whole time. I watched it all the way through, and it was like, it just got a little bit crazier and stuff. And then how it ended was the guy runs up into, the cat just came out of the dark and freaked the shit out of me. That was crazy.
1 point to Beastie. I saw him come in about 10 minutes ago and kind of like looked over there, but my watch is on that side too, so I think he was like, oh, am I not going fast enough? Okay, so you're okay? Your heart got your breath?
I got her. Okay. So then, and so keep in mind I'm watching this in the dark pretty much the whole time in my basement.
And the alien's got a lightsaber.
And yeah, super alien lightsaber. Yeah. You know.
I'm into it.
And so the guy runs upstairs to check on his kids. And like one of the kids, I think, was underneath the bed or something. And then he looks out the window and he sees like 2 or 3 of them, 2 or 3 little aliens. And they're like just normal, like walking sort of towards the house. And it looks very real. the whole time. And so then he turns around, and all you see is like an alien from behind the door. Like as he would open the door, it would have been behind the door, and he just like slowly closes the door, and then you see him just sort of walk towards and shine the thing towards him, and then it goes, no credits, no nothing. Cuts to commercial, and then cuts to like 3 a.m. morning news, blah 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 kind of deal. And I was just like, I'm getting goosebumps thinking about it again. I was just
Crazy.
like, what? For 20 minutes at least, I was just sitting there going like, what the fuck was that? And I looked up, like, I can't remember. There was definitely internet. So I looked up at the time, like, what was that? And it tried to find anything to do with it. Couldn't find anything. I emailed the show or the channel.
Wow.
And talked to their program manager, even like back and forth 2 or 3 times. And I explained it and everything. And he was like, I don't know what you're talking about. And I when he came back with me, I'm like, okay, he just didn't bother looking or didn't bother checking. I'm like, no, I get it that, you know, I can't remember how I worded it, but like, I'm really curious to know what this show is. I'd like to promote it, or I can't remember. I worded it some way that maybe he'd be into it. Yeah. And then still he's like, no, I checked our records and we don't know what you're talking about. This was playing from this time to that time. And so I was just like, for weeks after, I was freaked out. And I told other people, and I was like asking people, like, tell me you saw that. Please tell me you saw that. Nobody I know saw it. I still have yet to see anything about it online. Haven't found it online in a video or anything. And I don't look all the time, but every now and then I think about it. Yeah, maybe.
You know, because the program guy?
Or
No, not that the guy is. Not that the guy is a
no, he got flashed or whatever.
No, but that maybe somebody that was like had that channel and was supposed to just put the bullshit stuff on had gone through that and had this footage, and they're like, shit, I'm gonna put it out there.
I see.
And so they put it on when other stuff was supposed to be on, and then there's like, then
they just deny.
Well, and then nobody really knows that Steven put it on at 2:00, and
right.
Nobody was really watching except for the people that were watching, and
right.
And then that guy maybe got
no record of it back then, really.
Yeah, maybe he got fired or let go, or just maybe someone snuck in and
Area
did it.
51.
Yeah, who knows? It could have just got put out there and then suppressed.
Crazy.
It reminded me of when I watched, I accidentally watched the Blair Witch Project, and I thought it was a show talking about like the making of blah, blah, blah of, like just a documentary about the Blair Witch. And so this was like on a sci-fi channel or something, and it hadn't come out in movie theaters or anything. And so I started watching it, and then I got scared and went to bed. And like 2 weeks later or whatever, I go to the movie theater with some friends, and they're like, let's go to this. And I was like, okay, but only a matinee, because I didn't do scary movies back then. And so we went to a matinee, and I was like, this is exactly the same, man. This is exactly the same. This is the real footage. I saw this real footage on the Sci-Fi Channel that this is actually it. So it like really like played into it being actually real. And then when we watched the credits at the very end, it said that it wasn't. And I felt so betrayed.
Does it say at the end?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, in the credits at like the very end, it says that it's a story.
Oh,
and that,
okay. I didn't know
and
that.
that it wasn't real. But they played it like the footage had been leaked.
Oh, for sure. That was their whole promo.
Yeah, and it worked
for
amazing.
Sure.
Yeah.
I think they even got in trouble a little bit for it, or somebody that did the same thing got in trouble a little bit.
Yeah.
I think for doing the same kind of thing.
But so what had happened, I think, is that the movie itself actually got put onto the Sci-Fi Channel as a documentary about it being made, and then just actually played the footage of the actual film.
Right.
So then the people that watched it, thinking that they're just watching this like 2-hour documentary, actually watch the movie.
Right.
And then they go to watch the movie, and then it's like, holy shit, this is the real footage, which adds to the hype.
And then word of mouth gets out about, oh my God, you didn't see that?
Yeah.
Especially back then when you couldn't just look it up.
Yeah, and people wouldn't have stayed for the credits. So, but I was always a fan of staying for the credits, because you might see something cool at the end. Mm-hmm. And it was like, well, I stay there as long as possible, because it was fun.
That's crazy, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I've always just...
Scary.
If anybody out there ever saw that Alien show, let me know.
Yeah.
Because I asked lots of people, and nobody's
seen it.
Yeah, it's always sort of tripped me out.
Scary.
Yeah. Anyway, folks,
Scary
I think
movies.
we're probably...
Jason gets scared
Dundee.
of the 2 movies. All the other movies he's not scared of.
Nothing scares
Like
me.
that one called Alive, where they get stuck on the ski lift, and the wolves come for them.
It was actually called Frozen.
And it was called Frozen, not Alive. That was where they eat people. Oh my god, I'm dying here, you guys. That third bowl
great.
kind of fucked me up. I'm really slouched down on the couch now, and the cat's here, so.
Mine's lifting my shirt up, and that's yours.
Yeah.
You're in full slouch mode now.
And
Yeah, as soon as the cat
slouch.
comes on. And
Oh, the cat's gonna go? He's like, no, you got another hour and a half in you?
the cat on the lap signals that it's time to go.
Yeah, when you start saying, ouch,
Yeah.
ouch,
Ow. Oh, ow.
ouch.
Claw. Claw. Dr. Claw.
Claw hammer. Claw hammer. He's just working out.
Any P90X fans
Yeah,
out
he's
there?
doing some P90X.
There you go.
Claw hammer. I'm just glad he doesn't hammer me, you know?
I'm
I'm okay, it's just claw.
just glad he's more X and less P.
Oh, exactly. He just pees outside.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, me too. High five to that, beastie.
Anyway, thanks all.
The second outro?
Yeah.
I think we outroed already.
I think we started an outro.
And then
We never really finished it.
rambled on. I gotta
Yeah.
get a drinky poo because my throat's all scratchy from
Okay.
all my songing.
It was some pretty excellent songing you did there.
Sorry about all the songing, you guys.
Hey, you don't have to be sorry about that, you know. If anybody says you have to be, then
They can turn it down.
you know, that's exactly. Right, just tell their cool friends first, though. You know, that's most important.
Tell them, make sure you have it turned down. She's gonna sing on this one,
Yeah,
man.
heads up. Yeah. We've got a whole album going here on this one. EP.
Bunk
I see.
Hits by BG.
Bunk hits. Oh,
Come on. I feel like that's like a call and what's his face from the Whose Line Is It Anyway?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you know,
When they do the
they're selling the late night albums.
we've compiled 400 songs on 1.5 CDs. Yeah, I love that. Yeah.
Oh, watch Whose Line Is It Anyways. It's a very good show.
That's such a great one. Love improv like that.
Okay, you got your homework?
Do I have homework?
No, I was just because they got to watch that show if they can.
Oh, okay. They have
You know.
homework. I don't have homework, do I?
I don't know if you want some. I could assign you some.
No, I don't want any homework. It's my
Okay.
days off.
Yeah.
You know. All right.
Okay.
Love you all very much. Have a great day and evening and afternoon and good night. Good afternoon, good evening, and good night. That's what I'm looking for that whole time.
Yeah.
From the Truman Show.
All right, you tasty treats. Keep her sweet.
Tasty treats.
Wrapping it up in a nice little bow. I really hope you liked all of our stories. We don't really have an outro yet. We hope we didn't cause too many bories. That's when you get bored and you're like, fuck this, and you space out and you look over there. You don't want to quit listening 'cause you love us and you're putting up with our shenanigans.